Hi, Andrew here, and I just wanted to apologize for dying. Dying? Yeah, I got COVID a couple of weeks ago, and I remember reading everything in the press told me that if you catch COVID, you were going to die. I had a bit of a fever, had a scratchy, sore throat. I sounded like Johann Hegg from Amon Amarth for a couple of days. That was it. No biggie. Gave it to my kids, or maybe got it at the same time, because my 8-year-old and I were sick at the same time. And oh, I got to tell you, it was tough on the little guy. About 4 o'clock on, I think it was a Thursday afternoon, he said, "Daddy, I'm shivering, I'm cold." I said, "Well, you put on a long sleeve." And then he got a headache, and then he got a bit of a sore throat. And so I checked, and I felt him, and he felt warm, so I checked, and he had a bit of a fever. Less than 27 hours later, he was 100%. My oldest, my 14-year-old, he had a sore throat for a couple of days. The one that seemed to affect the most was my middle boy. He was born premature. He had underdeveloped, collapsed lungs and a hole in his heart. So he's the one that we were worried about a respiratory disease. And it hung around for a couple of extra days for him. But it's a funny thing is it was hard to tease out the symptoms. He, through a lot of the winter time, he has a bit of a drippy cough. And if you read the screening forms, they all said new or worsening cough. So he always passed the screening forms, and he never tested positive because he always seems to have this bit of a cough during the winter. And so the question was, well, is this symptom a symptom of COVID hanging on, or is it just my guy's regular cough? And a full week before I got the fever, I could feel a little tickle in my throat, and I have some glands here. A million years ago, I got a bad case of mononucleosis. And when I say bad case, the glands from behind my ear all the way down here were so swollen my throat was displaced. I couldn't swallow, literally could not swallow. I remember one time I was trying to have a mouthful of water, the tubes didn't line up. I swallowed and it went straight out my nose. Whenever I get sick, I can feel these glands right in here. I can feel them get all swollen up. So when I'm getting a cold, that happens. My back teeth ache a little bit when I'm getting a cold. And that was happening ages before I actually got the vid. Did I have a cold first? I suspect I might have. My parents were on vacation, and to get back into Canada, of course, they had to take a test. They both had a cough. Neither of them had COVID. And a buddy of mine and his wife, same thing. They had real bad colds or maybe a mild flu. Tested negative. I tested positive. I mean, I had it. I was gonna actually put the test on, but I my video editing skills aren't to the point where I can put in a still picture. I'll get to it. Don't worry. I got ideas for these videos. But no, I tested positive, as did my little fella. So we know we had it in the house. But did we have only COVID because of the colds and flu season that's running around? Or I saw headlines, what it's like if you have COVID and the flu at the same time, what to expect. And I wonder if that's actually what happened. In any case, this terrible disease that I've been ranting about us destroying society and wrecking our children to save maybe 70 Canadian lives, and so of course a great many more people died because of the mitigation measures than were saved by the mitigation measures. We did all this, and I've experienced it up close and personal. I didn't think it was worth it before I got it. I really don't think it was worth it since I got it. I suppose on the bright side, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I done gone got it. Now, I'm old enough, I wasn't vaccinated against the chickenpox. I remember being 5 or 6 years old and then being covered with these itchy red bumps, and my mother putting was it calamine? That pink lotion on them to try and keep you from scratching and ripping them off and leaving scars. Had it once, immune for life. Am I immune forever from COVID? I don't think so. It mutates too much. But it seems to be reverse compatible. And when a family member who is a doctor heard, oh, you got it? Well, I guess you're protected. Oh, the boys got it? Well, I guess they're all protected. But the only thing we're protected from is the disease. What we're not protected from is the reaction. Just this morning, my little guy, my 8-year-old said, Daddy, it feels strange getting on the bus without a mask. I'm trying to get him deprogrammed. I talked about being institutionalized. There's a kid at the bus stop who still wears his mask. Actually, there are 2 of them. The only kid, there are 4 kids at our bus stop. 2 are my boys and 2 other kids. 50% of the people at this bus stop get on with a mask. I've seen its effect on children. I've lived through its effect on children. I've lived through its effect on me. We have a great deal to atone for what we did to our children's generation.